Well, a very good afternoon, and you are welcome to Father O'Hara Park in Charlestown for the first of this weekend's Connacht Gold Mayo Senior Football semi-finals, and it's a blockbuster. It's the two neighbours from West Mayo, Breaffy and Castlebar Mitchels, both coming over two incredibly tough quarter-finals. Breaffy causing a huge upset by seeing off reigning champions Westport, while Castlebar Mitchels came from 4 points down late on to see off Ballintubber in extra time. 8 years on, after these two sides met in a historic county final, fate has brought these two neighbouring sides together once again. Breaffy chasing a fifth shot at the title in 11 seasons, while Mitchells are looking for their first county final appearance since 2017. 10 years ago now since Breaffy qualified for their first ever Mayo Senior Football final, and the quest goes on for the Moclair Cup. Castlebar Mitchell's victory that day, achieved in spite of a missed first half penalty by Neil Douglas, was their first of 4 in 5 seasons. As we say, Breaffy won none of their 4 finals in 8 years. A second defeat followed to Mitchell's in 15, and it's 8 years since Castlebar last won a county title. As we say, Breaffy looking to get over the line this year. Neil Douglas, one of just 5 survivors from that Castlebar team of 2013, featuring today against Breaffy, who coincidentally also fielded 5 of their 13 team in that surprise win over Westport. Aidan O'Shea, Tommy O'Reilly, Rory Martin and Michael Hall all started that day, while Conor O'Shea was sprung from the bench. For Castlebar, Paddy Durkin, James Durkin, Donny Newcombe, Neil Douglas all feature in 13 and all start against Ballintubber in the quarter-final win. Aidan Walsh, another man from that 2013 side, came on as a sub against Ballintubber and indeed made a crucial contribution. The men on the line, Barry Moran and Neil Lydon, now managing Mitchells. They were vital players back in 13 and scored 2 points each and were key in winning the Connacht title that year, beating Kingpin St. Bridget's, who are defending All-Ireland champions. For Breaffy, their manager Conrad Coggle, of course, captained them to a junior title back in 2003. The selector Barry Jordan also played that year, and coach Jerry Jennings captained Breaffy to the intermediate crown in 2004. So there's a lot of history between these two sides. They've treated us to some classics down to the years, and we're expecting more of the same. We'll get the thoughts of our big match analyst Austin O'Malley in just a few moments. I almost said Aidan O'Shea as I saw him with the football in his hand, a man who has had a top class season so far with 2-12 to his name, 2-6 coming from play. But let's look at Castlebar's team first of all. They've made 3 late changes. In goals is Rory Byrne. Their full-back line is Mark Dolan, Joe Toohey and Sean Morahan. Mark Cunningham comes in place of his brother James Cunningham, wearing 24, but he definitely won't be playing in that half-back line. I'm sure he'll switch from there. Number 6 is Paddy Durkin, and number 7 is Donny Newcombe. In midfield for Castlebar, it's Bob Toohey and Donncha McHugh. Their half-forward line is number 10, Ultan O'Reilly. Number 18, Michael Fahy, comes in place of James Durkin, and 12 is Anthony O'Boyle. In the full-forward line, number 22, Paddy Heenan, replaces Ethan Gibbons. 14 is Gavin Durkin, and 15 is Neil Douglas. For Breaffy, in goals, Jack Livingston. Their full-back line is Conor Byrne, Mark Dervin and Conor Melly. Half-back line, David Livingston, Michael Hall, the joint captain, and Darragh Moran, the other joint captain. Midfield, Conor O'Shea partners Matthew Ruan, and arguably could say one of the most formidable midfield partnerships in this year's championship. The half-forward line is David Neary, Robbie Fadden and Rory Martin. And the full forward line, one change. Oisín Tunney, with number 29 on his back, comes in place of Stephen McDermott. The other corner forward is Tommy O'Reilly. And up front, number 14, full forward, Aidan O'Shea. Austin O'Malley, this game has all the ingredients of being an absolute cracker. As I say, Breaffy got here defeating the champions Westport, a big shock in the county. Castlebar had to dig deep against Ballintubber, pushed all the way, 4 points down, forced the game to extra time, and they dug it out. This will be a fascinating one.
Yeah, no, look, I'm really looking forward to it. Just looking out at there, looking at both teams at the moment and how well conditioned they are, and both looking in fine fettle. And obviously, I suppose, you know, looking at the evidence of both sides coming in here, as you alluded to there, Breaffy, I suppose, the story of the championship really by dethroning Westport in the manner they took them out. It was a real, I suppose, a careful and a cautious performance. And I suppose central to that again was Aidan O'Shea, the man, I suppose, at the moment the word you could only use is imperious at the moment in terms of the performance he's putting in. And I suppose what he's given them at 14, that great stretch up the pitch and that. So it'll be very interesting to see how Castlebar handle him this evening. Castlebar on the other side, obviously, it was a a smash and grab, I suppose, against Ballintubber. But what did impress me that evening, which was a really, really poor evening up in Breaffy, underfoot conditions really, really tough. Ballintubber, 3 or 4 up, heading with the clock almost up, and Castlebar never panicked. They showed great resilience, great cohesiveness in terms of the way they stuck together and stuck at their job, and they found a way, albeit Ballintubber probably left the door open for them and that. But looking on the balance of it with both teams coming in, and I suppose the matchups will be key this evening. That middle ground, as you've spoken of previously at the top of the show, with Conor O'Shea and Matthew Ruan, and we look at Bob Toohey obviously, and Gavin Durkin.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating. Let's stand now and pause for our own Avian. Well, you can hear the roar, come on Breaffy, echoed from the supporters here as we bring you live coverage from Father O'Hara Park in Charlestown, right at the back of the stand. They're all huddled in, a big crowd for this big game between these two neighbours. Brought to you a joint broadcast with Mayo GA TV and Midwest Radio, courtesy of our friends at Ceramic City and the Mayo Credit Unions, sponsoring this big match today on both TV and on radio. Straight away going in for the hop, we see Aidan O'Shea joining Conor, and also for Castlebar it is Gavin Durkin going in there with Bob Toohey.
Yeah, look, obviously that was a move that Castlebar pulled in the start of the first game as well. Gavin Durkin gone out there, and Aidan obviously with his strength in the middle of the field, and here we go, he's straight on it straight away. Straight on it straight away.
It's Breaffy who are playing from left to right, and Aidan O'Shea wins possession, looking to play it into the path of David Neary, but Castlebar are able to pick up the pieces and will now carry the ball out of their own half. Our match official is from the Belna Stephen Knights Club. It is Liam Devaney. The bookmakers have Castlebar Mitchels at 8-13 on, Breaffy 7-4 outsiders, and a draw is at 13-2, and certainly with the defences both these sides have, that might be smart money. It's Castlebar in possession just around the middle of the park with Mark Dolan. Dolan sprays it off to his right, and it's back now with Bob Toohey. Of course, a lot made of Bob Toohey, the 20-year-old trainee teacher down in Limerick. He is a fascinating player. Hard to believe he's still only 20, and he has huge potential in the green and red for many years. As Paddy Durkin, just a little bit of a mix-up and error there as between Durkin and Michael Fahy, and it's Breaffy who coming on the counter there with Matty Ruan, trying to work something, needs to turn back for support, gets in the shape of Tommy O'Reilly. Now it's there with Michael Hall, part of the Mayo sides that won the All-Ireland minor title and under-21 title back in 2013 and 16 respectively. Now it's with Robbie Fadden, just marginally inside the Mitchell's half. He gives a nice 1-2 to a Tommy O'Reilly. He's going to fancy his chances here, Robbie Fadden. It's high, it's dropping in around the house, looking for O'Shea. Ball is patted down, it's still there with a Breaffy player just around the large D. It's recycled back out to Tommy O'Reilly. O'Reilly has options to his left. It's Rory Martin. Martin shoots off his right boot, gets the height. Has he the accuracy? He does. The umpire reaches for the flag, and Breaffy got the first score.
Really, really good, and I suppose interesting from early doors there again, that long angle ball to Aidan O'Shea, and even though Castlebar have a +1 sitting in front of me, managed to get a touch on it, comes back out, and Breaffy recycling. That was a brilliant strike, albeit the wind, it is wind assisted, it's heading down into that far end, but a great strike, and it'll settle Breaffy, because there has been a little bit of nerves early on, a couple of drop balls by both sides, so they're both a little bit tentative, but that'll settle Breaffy certainly into this.
Here come Castlebar Mitchels now, following that short restart from Rory Byrne. They're in possession over on that far side. That's careless play. Liam Devaney has penalised, I think it's Bob Toohey, for over-carrying, and it'll be a free out for Breaffy. Breaffy take the free, recycle it back to Jack Livingston, the goalkeeper, brother to the wing half-back David. And here comes Breaffy now, just in front of the stand side. They're leading Castlebar by a point after 3 minutes played. It's Robbie Fadden, again, trusting the boost. That's a Good pass right into the arms of Matty Ruan. Ruan to Conor O'Shea. O'Shea looking to take on Ultan O'Reilly. Still there with Conor O'Shea, about 40 metres out. O'Reilly not giving up, needs support, gets it from brother Aidan. Aidan O'Shea to Robbie Fadden. Breaffy still about 50 metres out from that Castlebar goal. It's Michael Hall. Hall gives a short fist pass to David Livingston. And sprayed into the centre now towards Conor Byrne, another former Mayo minor, no more than Mark Dervin. There's plenty of guys on both sides that have played for Mayo at various levels, at minor, under 21, and indeed in the senior ranks as well, as David Livingston now taking it into Castlebar Mitchels' half, about 50 metres out from goal. Turns back. Tight to the sideline now with Tommy O'Reilly. Still there for Breaffy.
Castlebar really well set up there in terms of the three sitting right across the D at the moment, just dropping off. So that long ball into Aidan O'Shea, you know, obvious early doors, they're trying to choke it. So Breaffy trying to put it through the hands.
Yeah, and Conor Byrne does wonderfully well there. He bursts through the centre, nice little spin as well, wins his free, and that's good, clever play from Byrne and also by David Livingston.
Yeah, really, really clever play. Like, he's seen sort of, I suppose, you know, the weaker shoulder of the Castlebar player and drove at it. When teams are sitting numbers like that, it's so important that you try and engage at least one or two of the defenders. And you know, if this plays out, Aidan O'Shea should slot this. He's wind assisted, as I said, but yeah, it's interesting early doors. Castlebar certainly dropping two to protect the D, plus they have a third in Joe Toohey filling in front of Aidan O'Shea. So that will give Breaffy opportunities from the outside if they're smart and manage the ball and get good cuts beyond the ball in their transition.
Well, Aidan O'Shea slots that one up and over the bar. He's Breaffy's top scorer. That's 2-13 so far in this year's championship, 2-6 from play. And if he's firing on all cylinders, he'll be a handful for any man to try and stop. It's Breaffy ahead, 2 points to no score. We've played 5 minutes here in Charlestown as Castlebar yet to come out of the traps. Mark Dolan in possession. Short pass to try and get the wheels in motion. It's Anthony O'Boyle. O'Boyle had a fine performance in that quarter-final win over Ballintubber. Just looking at options, trying to get it forward. Breaffy defending gallantly. They've been really impressive in defence, particularly in that win over Westport. And here they are again now with their wing half back, Dara Moran, the joint captain over on that far side, taking it into the Castlebar half. He sees David Neary down the flank in front of him, 45 metres out. David Neary being tracked by Dolan. Still there with Neary, about 30 metres out, needs support. Gets it from Dara Moran, and Moran almost goes back as far as he carried the ball.
Yeah, again, they've hunted them back out, but they are looking to try to transition quick because there is space. Obviously, Castlebar main committed forward there.
Breaffy still in possession just inside the Mitchels half is with Robbie Fadden. That's a nice clever ball to pick out Aidan O'Shea. O'Shea looking at the runners coming through at speed. There was Rory Martin. Lost it momentarily. Matty Ruan wins it back. Ruan looks for O'Shea. There's 3 and 4 Mitchels men around him, and eventually Mitchels stand tall and O'Shea is penalised for overcarrying.
Yeah, it was great assisted pressure there. You could see Aidan was trying to wriggle free to get onto his stronger side left, but they stood him up. It was almost like a choke tackle really, and you know, he turned the ball over at the end, but he's drawn a lot of heat and a lot of pressure, and it's interesting that he's still managing to get on ball even though the Castlebar have an extra defender or two sitting.
Here comes Ultan O'Reilly for Mitchels. To his left is Mark Cunningham. Cunningham about 35 metres out, a really exciting player with lots of speed, goes past David Livingston. Livingston brings him down, and it'll be an opportunity for the Castlebar to get their opening score of the game. There's no doubt about young Cunningham. If he can get his wheels going, he is super fast. He
really, really is, and he made a big imprint on the game against Ballintubber the night he came on as well. He was full of run and full of industry, and he really backs himself every time. You could see he goes at it. He's a real threatening type of player, very, very light in stature and gets across the ground really well. And he's a guy that if you can get on ball and isolate him in one-on-one positions, he will win frees like that all evening for you.
Neil Douglas looking to open Castlebar's account. 2-3 so far in this year's championship. He'll have to wait till he can add to that one. That's wide and uncharacteristic from Dougie.
Yeah, a little bit tentative. You could see that he just didn't catch it the way he wanted. He just didn't get enough of sort of purchase on his instep to draw it back in there, and it's one that you'd have almost notched down from straight away given his experience and the quality of a free taker that he is, and he's such a clean striker of a ball generally, you know. Yeah,
pressure on that restart there from Jack Livingston. He found Conor Byrne, but Mark Cunningham was lurking and almost was there to make the interception, but it's Breaffy in possession just inside their own 45-metre line. They're leading Castlebar by 2 points to no score as we approach the 8th minute mark. It's Matty Ruan in possession over on that far side, and it's played all the way back to their keeper, Jack Livingston. Breaffy have conceded no goals in 3 of their 4 championship games. And it's a week after Breaffy's first senior county final defeat in 2013. They bounced back to win the minor A county final. So it goes to show you, over the years, when Breaffy have suffered defeat, they have come back, and they have the youth that has really were seen in full force today, as Castlebar Mitchels slipped up there.
Yeah, a little untidy, because they done well to initially to win the first phase. Again, we had a kind of a straight line punch runner from Breaffy coming through and got swallowed up, and they turned it over, but lucky enough to get it back here again.
Here come Castlebar on the attack now, just inside their own half. Making the run is Donny Newcombe. Newcombe tries to skim past the challenge of Mark Dervin. Dervin hits the deck. Some calls from the Breaffy support, but referee says play on as Donny Newcombe gives a short pass to Bob Toohey. Toohey to Cunningham. Into the centre it goes now to Anthony O'Boyle, just trying to get to the shooters. Mark Cunningham is one of those now if he fancies chances. Instead he opts to play it more inside into a more kickable position. Into the large D it goes, and that is a second wide for Castlebar.
Second wide for Castlebar. Yeah, they threw the ball around in. I think it was Neil Douglas again, turned on his left. A good dispossession at the start of that move. Maybe just sort of threw Neil Douglas a little bit, but he managed to secure possession and come back around. And again, those are the type of shots as a forward you want to be just slipping over early doors to settle yourself and give yourself a little bit of confidence.
Here comes the restart from Jack Livingston. Plenty of distance in it, but the breaking ball there contested by Ulton O'Reilly and also by Michael Fahy, and Castlebar win themselves a free, looking to get it to Paddy Heenahan straight away. Heenahan has it, standing in front from his Mark Dervin over on that far side. We've just passed the 10th minute mark. It's still Mitchels yet to score. Breaffy ahead by 2 as that one goes out for a sideline ball. Taken back to Michael Fahy, a late inclusion in this Castlebar team this afternoon. Plays it forward to Ulton O'Reilly. O'Reilly looking for Cunningham into the corner. Cunningham does well to chase on to that one. Back out it comes to Donny Newcombe. Castlebar 45 metres out from the Breaffy goal. In possession now is Mark Dolan. Dolan, short pass to Michael Fahy. Fahy to his left is Sean Morahan. Morahan off his left boot. It is another wide, a third wide for Castlebar. You can see the nerves creeping into them.
Yeah, and you got to probably applaud Sean Moore in a way for taking that on. It shows huge courage, and we know the courage that he has and that he's shown in different games. But there again, probably would have been better to just nurse the ball a little bit and work it to a better shooting position. That's 3, as you said, on the bounce from Castlebar. And that does erode confidence a little bit. Super take there.
Yeah, that's a super take right in the centre there from Toohey. And here come Castlebar now. Ulton O'Reilly looking for Cunningham inside. It's a good ball. It's won there by Gavin Durkin. Durkin turns, trying to make an angle for himself. And again, that one just kept in by the keeper,
short
Jack Livingston.
Yeah, short again. He came around, and again you'd have fancied him coming around off his instep on that. A great win initially from a really, really clever diagonal ball to Cunningham, and he threw it back out.
Here come Breaffy now on the attack. Ahead by 2 points in this Connacht Gold Mayo Senior Football semi-final, as David Neary looking up at options in front of him, looking for Darren Moran, perhaps just a little beyond him, as Castlebar have the bodies back, they have the troops, and they're able to turn defence into attack now. It's Neil Douglas playing a deep role for Mitchels. Short pass to Anthony O'Boyle. O'Boyle to Paddy Durkin. Haven't seen a whole lot of the county man just yet. It's a nice short dink pass into the path of Mark Cunningham. Cunningham looking for runners. It's a nice 1-2 with Donny Newcombe. Cunningham, and that's gone across the face of goal. A 4th wide for Castlebar Mitchels. And you can almost hear it in the crowd as well here, Austie. They're getting frustrated.
Yeah, like really, really good approach play. Nice lines of running, really good hands. Cunningham involved in the move twice. Cut inside, come on the outside of his right there. Again, a really, really difficult angle. Again, you have to say you'd applaud the young fella's courage for going for it. But at this stage, on the back of 3 or 4 wides, you're literally compounding errors there, and we know when you compound errors that it has the ability to really erode confidence then as well. But he is lively early doors, and he is causing problems for Breaffy, so if they can't feed him and he can smarten up his finishing, he's going to be dangerous.
Oh, that's a careless kick out there from Livingston, straight into the aforementioned Cunningham. Short pass to Gavin Durkin. Surely this is the opening score for Castlebar. It is. Gavin Durkin puts it over the bar after 12 minutes. Castlebar have their opening score. And that really is careless from Breaffy.
It was, yeah, a careless kick out there. I'm not sure what Livingston was spotting there, but Mark Cunningham pinched in, closed off a box of space, and he managed to get on it again. And he had the presence of mind to feed Gavin Durkin. He just settled his feet, and it was a beautiful strike from Gavin, obviously showing all his experience there to try and settle Castlebar.
Mitchells are off the mark. We've played 13 minutes here in Charlestown. It's Breaffy 2 points, Castlebar Mitchells a point, as Breaffy go long this time with the restart, and they win their free just marginally inside that Castlebar half. We've seen the referee Liam Devaney just having a word before that kick out with a Breaffy, and a Castlebar player was actually Mark Cunningham, who he was chatting to as well for an off the ball incident, but just a chat. There was nothing came of it, as Breaffy have themselves a free just marginally inside the Mitchells half, and it's taken back into their own half to try and work it forward now. It's there with Tommy O'Reilly. O'Reilly looking for Aidan O'Shea. Castlebar hands, gets to it, and Mitchells have one possession now just inside their own 45-metre line as Bob Toohey turns for support. Fists passes into the centre towards Mark Dolan. Dolan to Paddy Heenahan, and Heenahan now gives it nice short pass to Neil Douglas, looking for a ball inside, and that one was looking for Gavin Durkin, but the defending back there from Breaffy, standing tall, and every single ball coming in, you really have to come in their defence, Austin.
Yeah, you have to, but there's something that might be of concern for Castlebar with the feed. Bob Toohey seems to be carrying an injury at the moment, and he's really struggling to get across the ground, so that would be a major
that's a brilliant interception there from Donny Newcombe. It was can't teach those type of shoulders.
Absolutely not. It was plumb on the money. He got him there, but yeah, Bob Toohey not moving well across the ground there at all. So that is definitely a huge concern for Castlebar at the moment.
Yeah, certainly is a huge concern for Neil Lydon and Barry Moore, and that's something that they'll be watching throughout the course of the next 15 minutes before that half-time whistle comes. We approach the quarter of an hour mark. It's Breaffy ahead by a point. Bob Toohey in possession for Mitchells, just around that 45-metre line. It's now with Mark Cunningham, who has looked promising early doors. Cunningham, short pass to Paddy Durkin. Durkin, back again, it goes to Cunningham. Mitchells are 35 metres out from the Breaffy goal, but they spray it back inside again now. Back out it goes. And it's there with Paddy Heenahan. Castlebar still trying to break down that Breaffy defence as Heenahan recycles it back out to Anthony O'Boyle. Calling for it is Sean Morahan. Instead it's with Michael Fahy. Fahy, 45 metres out from goal, going past the challenge of Conor O'Shea. Still going, needs support, and again the Breaffy defence in like Flynn, trying to get that boot under it. Referee taking a good look. It is a Breaffy man that comes away. There's 3 Mitchells players around him, but just as quickly in that squabble, it's Mitchells who win it back, and here they come now with Paddy Durkin, 45 metres out, going one of those trademark runs off his right boot. Durkin shoots, and Durkin raises a white flag, and we're level in Charlestown, 2 points apiece, and that's the man you need to get on the act.
Oh, super score by Paddy Durkin there, coming kind of from the back of the pack really, and how many times have we seen him do that step inside? There was nothing easy about that against the breeze, probably 35-40 metres out. Breaffy set defence in front of Castlebar, really patient up to the point, got swallowed up, but managed to get their hands back on it and recycle it again, and that's probably going to be the story of the night really, in terms of that patience that's needed and getting guys that are of a good boot maybe on the arc outside of a stacked defence to try and split the sticks.
Here come Breaffy now with their centre half forward Robbie Fadden just looking at options, gives a short into the path of Conor Melly, who is a very accomplished swimmer in his youth. And now Robbie Fadden once again looking to play it into the corner, looking for Tommy O'Reilly. O'Reilly out in front of Sean Morahan, but Morahan does well, gets the hand in. It's still a fascinating battle between O'Reilly and Morahan. O'Reilly tries to cut inside, gets the shot away, and that is Breaffy's first wide of the afternoon.
Yeah, Tommy done well initially, but I mean the heat and the pressure was on from Morahan again there. He was so tenacious in the tackle, didn't give it up. His body position was brilliant, hands in, hands out, and he just again forced Tommy wide off the far side, which you would say was a poorer wide in many respects, but was the pressure and the heat that was being put on on the kicker that forced him into that situation. He had to snatch it in the end.
Good kick out from Rory Byrne to pick out Michael Fahy. And here come Mitchells again now, this time with Sean Morahan. We're level at 2 points apiece with 17.5 minutes played in this Connacht Gold Senior Football semi-final. It's Moorhan, short pass to Donnacha McHugh, about 45 metres out from goal, goes past a couple of Breaffy players, short pass to Ultan O'Reilly. O'Reilly launches one, and that is a 5th wide for Castlebar.
Yeah,
that wide count is notching up.
Yeah, it is. It's creeping up, and again, these are things that all could come back to haunt at the end of the game. But again, just didn't catch it in any ways clean. You'd have thought he'd have used the breeze to bring it back in again, but just cut through it really. Clipped the outside the boot. You could see it just tailed away there again. But they are racking up. They are getting chances, and they would need to be getting a little bit more dividend from those.
Well, Castlebar have got to this stage without fireworks. They beat Westport after extra time in the league final, but their group performance against Knockmore, Ahamore and Ballyhonus were rather patchy. Their performance levels didn't improve a whole lot against Ballintubber either, but battling back from 4 points down to force the game to extra time and ultimately win was a stark reminder of the mental strength and resilience in this Mitchels team. We're level at 2 points apiece. It's Breaffy looking to play it into the path of Aidan O'Shea, but there's 3-2 Mitchels men around him, and eventually he's overpowered, and out comes Castlebar now on the counter-attack. Not too often you hear Aidan O'Shea being overpowered. It's Paddy Durkin, short pass to Donnie Newcombe, just entering into that Breaffy half, looking to send one into the full forward line. This is better movement from Breaffy as Neil Douglas recycles into the centre. Calling for it is Anthony O'Boyle, and play has slowed down again somewhat now as Michael Fahy.
Yeah, real patient stuff again just from Castlebar, and that's kind of what's needed really at the moment, to try and unlock or unpick that lock that is the Breaffy defence, the way they're stacked up there again. But the move before that obviously was a beautiful ball to Aidan O'Shea, but he got swallowed up.
Here come Castlebar, 35 metres out with Mark Cunningham. Short pass to Paddy Durkin. Durkin now is with Moorhan again. Castlebar trying to break through that Breaffy defence. It's Sean Moorhan off his right boot, and that one has gone to the right and wide. A 6th wide now for Castlebar, and they just don't seem to have brought their shooting boots today.
Yeah, second one for Sean Moore, and again it's interesting that he's a player. Very impressed I was with him the night against Ballintubber. The energy and the industry that he brings, and he's getting up into those positions. He is lined out obviously a corner back there, but he's on the front foot the whole time, so he could cause a problem. But again, as you said, the shooting boots just doesn't seem to have them with him tonight.
Yeah, we're level at 2 points apiece, just past the 20th minute mark here in Charlestown. It's Castlebar in possession. Breaffy have lost once so far in this year's championship with a narrow defeat by Ballina, but overcame Ball and Mayo Gales before that impressive win 2 weeks ago over the champions Westport. Very few people around the county saw that one coming, but the belief inside this Breaffy camp, and of course this is a huge year for them as well, as they celebrated their 70th anniversary last weekend in their clubhouse. What a year it will be to cap off a first ever Mo-Clear Cup, but that's a long way away yet. That's Castlebar on the attack themselves now, with Dougie looking to put them ahead, and that's another wide. It's a 7th wide for Castlebar.
Yeah, it was an ambitious effort again. Dougie outside of the right, he went for it, backed himself, but again it just tailed out to the wide. But Castlebar being forced into those positions, given I suppose the numbers and the heat and the pressure that's coming on from Breaffy back there. But Breaffy very, very solid at the back at the moment, and forcing Castlebar into those snapshots.
Livingston again going short with that kick out, and here comes Conor O'Shea now. Breaffy themselves haven't scored since the 4th minute. They're looking for Aidan O'Shea inside. Also trying to battle hard there is David Neary. Breaffy do have it with Neary. In comes a challenge from Donnie Newcombe. Still there. Referee says Newcombe was a bit overzealous in the tackle. A bit of afters comes in as well from Aidan O'Shea, but the referee Liam Devaney has awarded the free in for Breaffy. Yeah,
Donny again, he's really, really robust in the tackle. He's a hard-hitting, hard-tackling wing back, quite robust in nature again, but just probably left a little bit too much in there. So this is kickable. There's nothing easy about it for Aidan, but you'd expect that he might just draw this in on the breeze, bring it in off the far post.
Aidan O'Shea made his club championship debut for Breaffy back in 2007 against Termacady at the age of 17. Still doing it at the top level. Looking for his second of the day off his left boot. That is up and over. That's 2-14 so far in this year's club championship for Aidan O'Shea, and that's their first score in 17 minutes.
That's as sweet as a strike as you'd see in Gaelic football. Beautiful. Got a lovely purchase of it. Black spot, split it over top of the net. Excellent strike. Wind assisted again, so going into that end, it is helpful.
It's Breaffy ahead, 3 points to 2. 22 and a half minutes gone here in Charlestown in this last four meeting, the second of the semi-finals to come tomorrow afternoon from Crossmolina between North Mayo neighbours Belnas, Stephenites and Knockmore, as Liam Devaney blows his whistle, and it'll be a free in for Castlebar Mitchels just outside that 45 metre line. Looking to go back with it instead, and that they do to Mark Dolan. Castlebar now themselves haven't scored for the last 7 minutes. Gavin Durkin and Paddy Durkin with their opening scores for Breaffy. There's been 2 from Aidan O'Shea, and the opening point coming from Rory Martin just after a minute of play. It's Castlebar trailing by a point. Here they come with Michael Fahy. Short pass to Donny Newcombe. Newcombe to Paddy Durkin, and calling for it again now is Mark Dolan. To his left, he has options. Mark Cunningham is one of those. Cunningham looking to try and take on Mark Dervin. Needs support, gets it. Still there for Castlebar's Neil Douglas trying to pinch a hole in that Breaffy defence. Instead he recycles it back out now to Donnacha McHugh. McHugh switching direction over to the far side. And that's there with Bob Toohey. I mentioned he was a little bit gingerly early on. I think he might have shaken that off, Austin.
Yeah, it looks like it could have been just a really bad knock or a boot he got, but he was looking so early on. I thought he was going to have to go, but he's obviously worked through it, which is great to see, because he's going to be a big addition to the game.
Castlebar still trying to navigate their way through this Breaffy defence as Anthony O'Boyle forced back out to Paddy Durkin. Durkin trying to take on Matty Ruan. He's still going, Paddy Durkin. Durkin gets the shot away. There's pressure. Referee's his hands up, and he's awarding the free in for Paddy Durkin.
Yes, a great strike run from Paddy Durkin, and I was just going to make the point there that Castlebar are going to have to make a decision here. Breaffy is sitting off. This is textbook, I suppose, from a coaching perspective, from Castlebar's point of view. They need to get someone in a pick that you can flash the ball to and move again. Paddy done it there, and you've seen the dividend on it. It shifted a defender or two, and he actually got a shot off before the foul. But when you're playing a stacked defence like that, and you've got to send runners beyond the ball to try and draw the attention of the defenders that are sitting. At the moment, Castlebar haven't done it to this point, and it's very, very handy for Breaffy. They just play what you say, a shift defence. They just shift to left when it's coming down that side, shift to right on the other side, and there's no real penetration, or their minds aren't taken away from where the focal point of the ball is. So I think it's something that Castlebar would need to work on to try and unhinge that Breaffy defence.
Oh, that again is another uncharacteristic miss from Neil Douglas. He placed it on the carpet just on the verge of the D, and you would put your house on him putting that one up and over the bar. But that's an 8 wide for Castlebar.
Yeah,
and really, it's unusual to see.
Yeah, really, really unusual. Just went straight through the ball instead of sort of maybe wrapping his boot around it to draw it in on the breeze there. But they certainly are racking up at the moment.
They certainly are. It's a fine fetch from Oisín Tunney right in the middle of the park from that restart from Jack Livingston. And here come Breaffy now down at the other end, looking for Aidan O'Shea inside. He has it. He's been tracked there by Donnacha McHugh. Plays one into the centre. Could be an opportunity here for Breaffy. Recycled back to O'Shea on the verge of the D. Off his left boot. Oh, that's glorious stuff from Aidan O'Shea. His third of the day. And Breaffy ahead by 2.
Super bit of play there again. The angle ball across him, won it, got across again, and he had the presence of mind to get that reverse pass, which is a nightmare for a defender to get it as a pivot. It was trapped and thrown back out to him again, and he came on the arc. Beautiful piece of play. Super piece of play, and a brilliant score at the end of it. A beautiful strike, clean as a whistle when he put the boot through the ball.
Yeah, he certainly is racking up the scores. That's his third of the afternoon, his first from play. It's Breaffy ahead, 4 points to 2. We have 3 minutes to go until the first half. We'll see what will be announced by the match officials in terms of additional time, but it's Breaffy at the moment ahead by 2. Castlebar on the attack now, down at the other end with Paddy Durkin. Durkin into the centre, it goes to Sean Morahan, and Morahan will spray it over to that far side to try and work it in. Still there at Castlebar. Tight enough angle. Looking for Gavin Durkin. It's an ambitious one. Durkin does well to win it. There's pressure coming on from Breaffy. Does a nice little 1-2 with Michael Fahy. And now it's there with Anthony O'Boyle. Castlebar 45 metres out from that Breaffy goal. Boyle looking for Paddy Heenan. Heenan trying to dance his way around. A tight angle. And that's great. Well, it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, it hit the back of the net.
It did, yeah. It hit the back of the net from Paddy Heenan.
Brilliant.
It's gone up and over the bar.
Yeah, great score by Paddy Heenan there. Thought it came off the top of the crossbar, but obviously hit the top of the net again. But really evident after that score of Aidan O'Shea's where Breaffy just decided we're dropping 13-14 behind the ball straight away here, and they got their number set up. So for Paddy Heenan to get that from that wide angle against the stacked defence, a super score. But really evident in terms of what Breaffy are doing. Scored, just dropped numbers straight away. And try to get set up early.
A badly needed score from Castlebar. That's their first in 12 minutes. It's a 1-point game now. Breaffy 4, Castlebar Mitchels 3. Just over 90 seconds until half time as Breaffy looking again for Aidan O'Shea inside. Wins possession again. About 30 metres out. Needs support. Gets in the shape of Matty Ruan. Short hand pass to Oisín Tunney. Tunney off his left boot. Breaffy ahead by 2 again. And again, the man to create it and start it, Aidan O'Shea.
Yeah, a super ball in there from his brother at midfield, angled again. The Castlebar sweeper ineffective that time. He had left the pack. Aidan won it, turned, got a beautiful interchange again inside, and a really clever score again. Breaffy's movement up front a lot more productive than Castlebar at the moment in terms of their angles of running, balls out wide and being flashed back into centre channels, causing the Castlebar defence all types of troubles because they're shifting them off weak shoulders and angles, and they're getting openings.
Rory Byrne launches this one straight down to the centre, and the breaking ball is won by Breaffy. Their tails are up now, ahead by 2 points, and here they come again with Robbie Fadden. Aidan O'Shea is inside, he's calling for it, he's pointing to the left, just gets there, 21 metres out, looking for the return pass to Fadden to O'Shea. This time O'Shea's pass just didn't come off. It's gone straight into the path of Mark Dolan, and Castlebar clear their lines. Yeah,
but the blueprint is there again. Same thing again. Diagonals shifted back into centre channels, trying to move Castlebar around. As I said, Breaffy's approach a little bit more productive in that in terms of trying to open up that Castlebar full back line.
Castlebar will certainly be looking for this half-time whistle to come. They have had a tough opening half. They've kicked 8 wides. They're trailing Breaffy by 2 and finding it difficult to break down their packed, tight, teak defence. It's with Gavin Durkin, 45 metres out, trying to play that ball inside. Now the referee blew his whistle. This is an interesting one. Mark Cunningham and Mark Dervin were battling for it. He's going to hop it, I say. I think he thought the mark was going to be called.
Yeah, because it clearly didn't look like a foul. You know, it looked like that the ball had spilled away from the bit of pressure.
He's going throwing up the ball. Jumping up for there is Gavin Durkin, but somehow it's Oisín Tunney who comes away with it from Breaffy. It'll be brought forward for dissent because Durkin and Tunney have a little bit of afters. Then comes Ulton O'Reilly as well, but it's Breaffy who have the free just inside their own half. Aidan O'Shea was looking to take it quickly. I think the referee may well produce a card to Donncha McHugh. He's certainly got into his book.
Yeah, it looks like there he just didn't get away in time, and there was a bit of afters from the last throw in as well. So I think he just had time to put a little bit of manners on him maybe, and he flashed him a card.
Aidan O'Shea takes that free short, and they'll be quite content to leave the scoreline the way it is going in at the break. We've just played a half an hour of football here in Charlestown. It's Breaffy ahead 5 points to 3.
Yeah, it's interesting again. Aidan O'Shea's just dropped out now there, and I'd say he's probably just marshalled things in play as kind of a little bit of a quarterback in this last couple of minutes before half time, just to manage the ball a little bit, I'd say. They've been really productive in terms of what they're doing.
O'Shea in possession, just marginally inside that Castlebar half as Conor O'Shea calls for it. Conor just turns around, holding on to possession. Down the right flank it goes now to Robbie Fadden. Fadden taking a solo, plays a short pass to Michael Hall. Hall has Conor O'Shea outside. Still there now with Breaffy as O'Shea, nice clever ball into the centre to pick out Mark Dervin. Dervin to Aidan O'Shea, who's hovering around that 45 metre line. Now it's with Matty Ruan. Space is starting to open up for Breaffy. Here they come with Darren Moore, and could be a goal chance. Save from Rory Byrne, out for 45.
Yeah, super move again. You know, that was really clever stuff by, you know, just coming around on the horseshoe, like they're just pulling Castlebar all over the place there, and you had that, you know, bit of width on the far side where they had a late runner coming in, and it was beautiful. You'd have backed him, you'd have put your house on him there to slot that into the bottom corner, but I think it was the keeper that got across and got a save, or there was a block on it. So but again, really clever and good approach play by Breaffy. Clearly stuff that they've been working on in terms of being able to shift Castlebar around the place and at the same time holding their width and getting pockets of space in around the back.
Jack Livingston coming forward for this 45. He already has 2 points to his name in this year's championship. The Breaffy custodian off his right boot to stretch out their lead to 3. Looks to connect very well. That he does.
Super kick. You know, I suppose in many respects a lot of people might have thought that, you know, with Robbie Hindley leaving Breaffy this year that they'd have struggled to find an able replacement, but he's deputised really well. Big shoes to fill obviously, but he's been super. Both from the tee and also from frees, and he's a pretty good presence around the square as well. Yes,
he certainly has. And it's Breaffy who are in a commanding position here, leading by 3 points. And again, that's a careless pass from Castlebar as Joe Toohey gives it straight to a Breaffy man. And here come Breaffy now on the counter-attack with Matty Ruan, 40 metres out from goal. Aidan O'Shea is there to support. He's been tracked by Ulton O'Reilly. Still there with Aidan O'Shea. Short pass to Matty Ruan. Robbie Fadden calling for the all in his own over here on this stand side. He receives it on the 45 metre line. Short pass. That one just fumbled over from Oisín Tunney, but does well to gather it back. There's 3 Castlebar players around him. One of them, Sean Moorhan, and Liam Deviney sounds the half-time whistle, and it's Breaffy who go in at the break, leading 6 points to 3. Very few people would have seen that scoreline coming at half-time, Austin.
Yeah, listen, they've been full value for it, obviously. I just think that their approach has been a little bit, you know, cleverer on both ends of the field. They've been able to stack their defence up really well with numbers, you know, close out space. Granted, Castlebar have had 7-8 wides on top of that, so their defence has been quite measured. They've got their numbers back. They've been pretty good in their tackle and so on. But up front, they've shown a little bit more ingenuity and a little bit more creativity. The lines are running of Aidan O'Shea inside, winning that primary possession, and then playing little intricate 1-2s. And these are the little things, you know, the experience of being able to see a pocket of space and the clever stuff. And it's unhinged Castlebar at the back. So they go in 6-3, full value for it at the moment. They look very composed. They look to have settled, and they've given themselves a great platform and foothold in this. But least we forget, 2 weeks ago, Castlebar were in a similar position against Ballintubber, who were playing all the football, and Castlebar just kept in the game, kept themselves, you know, within touch and distance, and they finished strong.
They certainly did. Ethan Gibbons is a big loss to Castlebar today. He's their top scorer coming into today's game at 10 points. He was named to start on the programme, but late team news, I assume it must be an injury because he'd be playing out there today.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And he's a really quality footballer. And he's a guy that really caught the eye last year. I remember in a couple of the performances he had put in particular against, I think it was watching him against Westport last year. I just thought he's such a clever footballer, used to two, you know, very accomplished off both feet and that. And he's the type of guy that you'd need out there against a stacked and a set defence when there isn't a lot of space and numbers are filtering back. A guy that has the use of 2 feet that can maybe just get an opening and swing. So he definitely is a loss there this evening. We are presuming obviously it's an injury, but who knows? We may see him yet, but Castlebar could certainly do with something up there because it's just they're not functioning as a forward unit at the moment up there.
It's Breaffy that are functioning, and they are leading at half time by 6 points to 3. A fascinating second half awaits. Join us for full second half commentary to come very shortly. Tommy O'Reilly. O'Reilly has options to his left. It's Rory Martin. Martin shoots off his right boot, gets the height. Has he the accuracy? He does.
Certainly dropping 2 to protect the D. Plus they have a third in Joe Toohey filling in front of Aidan O'Shea. So that'll give
a kick out there from Livingston straight into the aforementioned Cunningham. Short pass to Gavin Durkin. Surely this is the opening score for Castle. 45 metres out, going one of those trademark runs off his right boot. Durkin shoots and Durkin raises a white flag, and we're 17. Still doing it at the top level. Looking for his second of the day off his left boot. That is up and into the centre. Could be an opportunity here for Breaffy. Recycled back to O'Shea on the verge of the D. Off his left boot. Oh, that's glorious stuff from him. And that's great. Well, it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, it hit the back of the net.
It did, yeah. It hit the back of the net from Paddy Heenan. Needs support. Gets in the shape of Matthew Ruan. Short hand pass to Oisín Tunney. Tunney off his left boot. Breaffy ahead by 2 again. Stretch out their lead to 3. Looks to connect very well. That he does.
Super kick. Super kick. You know, I suppose in many respects
Benny throws in the ball and we're away for the second half. Castlebar Mitchels have made 2 changes. Ethan Gibbons and James Durkin are both on at the break, and they are replacing Mark Dolan and Neil Douglas. So Castlebar feel they really needed to make the changes and certainly go at Breaffy more in the second half, trailing by 3 points. It's Breaffy though who have possession right from the start here of this second half, in possession with Mark Dervin, and really were the impressive side in that opening half with 3 points from Aidan O'Shea and points each coming from Rory Martin, Oisín Tunney and Jack Livingston. Here comes Matty Ruan bursting through that Mitchell's defence, about 35 metres out, needs to turn back. He picks out Rory Martin, and Martin into the centre now with Mark Dervin. Dervin recycles it back to Aidan O'Shea, and now it's with Conor Byrne. Byrne to Mark Dervin. Dervin back it goes again to Aidan O'Shea. O'Shea sends it into the centre for Michael Hall. Hall been tracked by Gavin Durkin. But again, Breaffy just doing things relatively more at ease than their opponents, as Michael Hall and David Livingston combining, and that one's just gone into the corner. Too much juice on it for Tommy O'Reilly.
It's a big giveaway. It was interesting. Aidan O'Shea has obviously remained out just outside the 40 at the moment, so I suppose given conditions and everything, but it looks like the Breaffy might just look to hold on to a little bit of ball here and maybe suffocate things early doors. But he was obviously causing consternation inside, but he definitely has drifted out, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
2 subs that Mitchells have made, Austin. Gibbons coming in.
Absolutely. We talked about him before the break. The quality is there, and it's clear. I'd say Barry Moore and Neil Lydon just thought that there's no punch in that Castlebar forward line at the moment. Will Ethan Gibbons bring that? And also obviously James Durkin come in there, who's pretty accomplished, and he's a guy that can cause problems as well. Was wondering why he wasn't starting. Maybe there was something in the mix in terms of an injury, but they're badly needed, and it'll be interesting to see if they'll get up and running and make an impact and an imprint on the game now.
Well, it's Castlebar Mitchels in possession around the middle of the park, as Michael Fahey just looking at various options available to him. Gives it to Paddy Durkin. Running through the centre now is Ultan O'Reilly. But again, Breaffy defending in packs and defending at strength and are able to dispossess Castlebar. And here they come on the counter-attack now, running at speed, calling for his Dara Moran. He's making the run forward, and eventually Conor O'Shea sends it forward to him. Moran forward ahead of him is Matty Ruan. Ruan going to shoot off his left boot. Pressure lurking as Aidan O'Shea is in to dispossess the keeper. It's back out, it goes to Dara Moran. Moran trying to make an angle for himself, gets onto his left boot. A crucial block comes in from Mitchells, and now Castlebar will look to turn defence into attack if they can just try and get that ball out. But Breaffy are really tackling with great power and great tenacity, and they've won it back in the shape of Rory Martin. Martin to Aidan O'Shea. Back it goes again now to Oisín Tunney. And Breaffy are firmly up for this one, Austin.
Absolutely, yeah. They're so robust. They're tackling hard, even though they got dispossessed there again. But they had the real, I suppose, desire and ambition to get the ball back again there. And just by putting their bodies on the line, they managed to get a possession back there again. But it was interesting again, Aidan O'Shea being able to get his hands on that ball in that centre channel that caused that initial chance.
Good defending there from Castlebar. Combining was James Durkin and Mark Cunningham. And Cunningham sends it down that far flank now for Ethan Gibbons to run on to. Gibbons, his first touch of the half has been introduced off his right boot. Oh, that is gorgeous from Ethan Gibbons. That's what the man can do. He got 10 points in the run-up to this championship game. He's back on the field and he's answered all his critics. Wonderful score.
That was absolutely golden in terms of his movement. Out lateral, won it. He had an awful lot to do. Took on his defender, through the hips, dropped the shoulder, came back in around, and then off his right boot. It was a brilliant finish, and that is the quality of the man. It's you'd hope it was an injury that kept him out, because I'd say he'd feel aggrieved having not started otherwise.
Well, that's one way to do your business is
That's an impact.
by replying, and that is an impact. Game on. It's a 2-point game. It's Breaffy ahead, 6 points to 4. We've played 4 minutes here in the second half in this Connacht Gold Mayo Senior Football semi-final. Our coverage brought to you with thanks to Ceramic City on Midwest Radio, and brought to you on Mayo GA TV with thanks to the Mayo Credit Unions, as Conor O'Shea in possession just inside that Mitchels half. Short pass to Matty Ruan. Going at Castlebar, looking for Aidan O'Shea inside. Aidan has it, been tracked everywhere he goes by Duncan McHugh. Also coming in to assist is Donnie Newcombe. Gets support coming through like a steam train. Could be a goal chance opportunity.
No.
It is. It's found its way to the back of the net. Martin, I think it was David Neary that got the last kick on that and made sure went into the net. And a goal for Breaffy. They're ahead by 5.
Again, that diagonal ball, Aidan O'Shea won it. It looked like that he was turning out wide. He decided to back himself, take on the defender, went at him, and again that little slide rule pass across, and then a super ball in over the top. We talked about those little pockets of space that Breaffy are finding in behind the full back line by shifting people early and getting the ball transitioned early out of the hand.
Castlebar looking for an instantaneous response down at the other end. It's Gibbons off his left boot. It's marginally close. The umpire likes it, raises flag, and that's a badly needed point from Castlebar.
That's Ethan Gibbons again in 2-1, one off the left, one off the right, and 2 super scores. I talked about it earlier at half time, just about having the ability to come off left or right when you're playing stacked defences, because it just gives a huge variation, and it really makes defenders think, and they can't commit.
Well, that David Neary goal has handed all the aces now to Breaffy. They're leading 1-6-5 with about 6.5 minutes gone here in the second half. And talk about the timing of goals. That one has come at a crucial juncture. They're ahead by 4. But again, right, Casper Mitchell's off at your pearl. But here come Breaffy. Something different about them this afternoon. They really are up for this one. Looking to get back into another county final. It's there with David Neary. Neary. Short pass to Tommy O'Reilly, and that one is just tailing to the right and wide. A second wide for Breaffy. It looked good when it left his boot.
It did, yeah. Tommy done everything, right as a corner forward. He spun, he got himself on it, and he backed himself. Just too much off the instep, and it tailed. Those ones you just kind of have to lean into them a little bit and leave them a little bit more out, so they don't drift across the far post. But again, beautiful approach play, lovely hands, lovely diagonal ball flashed around the corner. So Breaffy, there's some of the stuff that they're putting together and knitting together is really, really easy on the eye.
It certainly is. As Rory Byrne goes short with the restart, he picks out Sean Moorhan, and Mitchell's now looking to build as Moorhan. Short pass to his right to find Donnie Newcombe. Newcombe playing it down the flank for Paddy Heenahan. Back it goes to Newcombe looking for James Durkin. He's been tracked there by Dara Moran. He's about 21 metres out from goal. He's close to the sideline. Needs to bring it back into the centre for Castlebar as Gavin Durkin recycles it back out. Now it's with Ethan Gibbons. Introduces the break and 2 quick points from him. Now it's there for Michael Fahy, and there could be an opportunity here, and that one is gone up and over the bar.
Great approach play again, coming out wide off the arc there and slipped in a super score. Castlebar, you look a little bit more efficient since the introduction obviously of Gibbons, but again the first primary possession won by James Durkin, and his experience again, his lateral running to win a ball in the corner and just manage it then and send it out across.
It's back now to a 3-point game. Breaffy 1-6, Castlebar Mitchels 6 points as Breaffy with Matty Ruan just fouled. Now it's with Oisín Tunney as Tunney gives a short pass to Matty Ruan. It's recycled back into the Breaffy half towards Conor Byrne. And Byrne now plays it forward for Michael Hall. Breaffy ahead by 3. We've played 9 minutes here in the second half. Hall is 45 metres out from goal. He's been tracked over that far side by Paddy Heenahan. And now it's recycled back again to Mark Dervin. Dervin. There's options to their left, Breaffy. All on his own here is Matty Ruan. Instead they go short to Oisín Tunney. Tunney taking it to them. Oh, that one is a Hail Mary, mind the dresser type kick. It's Paddy Heenahan who jumps the tallest and catches it, and away come Castlebar now, trailing Breaffy by 3 points. And really, They need to get that ball down the other end and get it to Mr. Gibbons.
Yeah, they just need to transition quicker. Just if they can sort of beat the cover, like you can see out there, Breaffy are just dropping as when the build-up is a little bit slower, Breaffy just drop and get themselves set. So again, real snappy, moving the ball quick, get a pivot and get cuts off and beyond the ball is really the medicine that's needed.
This is more like it from Castlebar. Durkin and Toohey teaming up, and Bob Toohey with the finish, but Paddy Durkin really grabbing the bull by the horn, starting that move off, and the wonderful finish came from Toohey.
And we see it, the value of a quick transition, of somebody absolutely eating the ground up and flashing the ball and not going lateral and backing themselves and getting runners and cuts off the shoulder and beyond the ball. And you're making defenders commit then when you get inside then, and that was an excellent score by Toohey. He had a nice bit to do by the time he got it and settled himself to strike it. So super score.
Back to a 2-point game. It's a wonderful fetch in the middle of the field by Conor O'Shea. O'Shea looking for his brother Aidan. He just loses his footing, and Donnacha McHugh is able to pick up the pieces back there, and Michael Fahy as well. And now it's there with Sean Moorhan for Castlebar, just inside his own 45-metre line. We've played 10 minutes in the second half. Castlebar trailing by 2. They've responded well to that David Neary goal. They have responded with 3 points on the trot. Certainly the introduction of Ethan Gibbons has made a big impact for Castlebar, as Mark Cunningham in possession over on that far side. Looking for it now is Joe Toohey, as Paddy Durkin, the creator of that last Mitchels point, looking for a nice ball inside. Now it's with Donny Newcombe. Newcombe off his right boot. That one is gone up and over the bar. All of a sudden it's back to a 1-point game, and that is a wonderful score from Donny Newcombe. He's not renowned for a scoring prowess,
that's
a beautiful score.
An inspirational score. The tightest of angles. There's nothing easy about that. But again, the approach play. Paddy Durkin again coming hard into the line, opening things up, slipped it out, backed himself obviously. Donny showed all his experience, but that's an inspirational score, and it puts Castlebar right back into this.
It certainly does, right back into it. And now the pendulum may be starting to swing as Castlebar win themselves a free right around the middle of the park. It's there with Paddy Durkin. Durkin sends it forward to Paddy Heenahan. Castlebar 45 metres out as Heenahan gives it short to Cunningham. Now it's there with Ethan Gibbons, still around the 45-metre line, just looking to get that ball inside. Donny Newcombe making the run is Sean Moorhan. Instead he plots and finds the run of James Durkin. Durkin 21 metres out, needs to try and come inside. Back it goes to Conor Stinson. Now it's there with Donny Newcombe, and Newcombe sprays it across towards Donnacha McHugh, who's going to have a slicer. Oh my word, what a score from Donnacha McHugh. You talk about inspirational points, and that is some score to level proceedings.
That is an absolute bomb of a score. You will do well across the GA season to see a score as good as that. Again, the patience from Castlebar, but I can't overemphasise the movement of young Durkin, in that he is causing Breaffy a lot of problems off the ball in terms of what he's doing on those first phases of possession, and there's a lot more composure and calmness in that Castlebar forward line now since those two guys have come in, and they've given a fulcrum and a bit of a pivot to play the ball around and move it.
Yeah, it is a cracking game and a cracking start to this second half. We've played 12 minutes in the new half. It's level. It's Castlebar Mitchels with 9 points, Breaffy with 1-6 to their name, and Breaffy in possession. They've yet to back up that David Neary goal. They got 5 minutes into this half. It's now there with Michael Hall. Hall recycles it back towards Conor Byrne, and Byrne now taking it forward for Breaffy. Oh, that's a careless pass from Byrne, gone straight into the path of Michael Fahy. Fahy doing a great sweeping roll back there as Mitchels are now turning defence into attack. It's James Durkin coming out of his own half. The runners are starting to appear. One of those is Paddy Heenahan. Heenahan looking to play it down that far flank for Gavin Durkin. Running onto it is Bob Toohey. Does well to draw the foul and wins himself a free.
But again, the energy on the transition there again. We just mentioned Gavin Durkin, having the nous dropped in deep, took a ball, flashed it, moved it on. Ethan Gibbons again, providing the correct picture inside for movement to be hit out wide, secured and slipped it back into the centre channel again, and free one. Those small little bits of creativity and ingenuity of natural kind of forward play are the things that are coming to the surface now for Castlebar, and they're just beginning to bring a little bit more fluency into their play. And it's amazing when you have guys up front with that type of, you know, forward thinking and motion, how it leads and beds and bleeds into a quicker transition, because you know you have people up the pitch that are showing and giving you the right pictures to move the ball. Castlebar far too lateral in the first half and far too slow.
Well, they're looking to take the lead for the first time this afternoon, and the opportunity is presented to Rory Byrne, who strikes this one off his left boot. Doesn't connect all that well. It's still there, but it's Breaffy who are able to win the breaking ball. And we'll look now to clear their lines. We're midway through the second half. It's a level game here. Incredible stuff. 1-6 for Breaffy, 9 points for Castlebar Mitchels. It's back with the Breaffy keeper, Jack Livingston. Score of a wonderful 45 in that opening half. Now it's Rory Martin. Martin looking at options available to him. Instead he opts to hold on a little bit longer. And now it's Matty Ruan, still inside their own half. Calling for all on his own here is Dara Moran, just in front of the stand here in Father O'Hara Park in Charlestown, as David Livingston has it now and eventually steers it across to Dara Moran. Breaffy taking it forward as Moran gives that short pass to Ushin Tunney. And now it's with Matty Ruan. Still Breaffy in possession. Matty Ruan's ran about 30 yards at this stage. Plays it into the corner. David Neary looking to chase onto it. Calling for it back there is Aidan O'Shea. O'Shea on that 45 metre line. Still in possession for Breaffy. And I also see Colin Flynn is also introduced for Breaffy. And he's another outlet inside in that full forward line for them to try and target and try and get the ball into, as Dara Moran has it now for Breaffy. Short pass to Rory Martin, 35 metres out from goal. Now it's there with Conor O'Shea, who's gone inside. O'Shea trying to skirt his way past two. Mitchell's 3 players around him need support. Referee though has awarded the free out for Castlebar. Austin, your thoughts?
Yeah, big call. I thought initially that he'd taken a little bit too much out of it and that he'd overrun the ball. But in hindsight, it may be the right call, but it was a tough one, definitely. It looked like I thought he had got through. Colin Flynn obviously in for Breaffy. We know Colum's chief strengths again is his kicking. He's a dead-eye accurate forward. He's an import from Ballymahon, I believe.
Yeah, certainly is, from the county of Longford, as Liam Devaney blows his whistle and awards another free for Castlebar Mitchels just inside their own half. And here they come now with Bob Toohey. Toohey looking for the run of Mark Cunningham. Cunningham has the edge just slightly over Conor Byrne at this moment in time. Gets to it, 2 Breaffy players around him. Tries to soccer style his way through the legs, but that doesn't wash with this Breaffy defence. They've seen it before, and away they come with Colin Flynn to Ushin Tunney. Breaffy just inside their own 45 metre line. We're all square here in Charlestown. 18 minutes played in the second half. It's Aidan O'Shea. Shrugs off a challenge of a Mitchels man. Still Breaffy now, advancing forward. 45 metres out, looking to send one in around the house. This could be an opportunity for them. Flynn shoots, and a vital block down came in there. Unbelievable stuff. Roy the Rover defending.
Oh yeah, great approach play again, but super block from Castlebar defender. Just threw everything he had, body on the line, body on the ball, and a super block because he was in. The angular runner was brilliant.
Well, Bob Toohey is voicing his frustration at the sideline official. He thought that was a Mitchell's ball, but instead it's awarded to Matty Ruan and to Breaffy. They have the sideline ball just inside their own half. It's taken by Conor Byrne, has played all the way back to Jack Livingston, the Breaffy keeper, who's taking possession out of his own goal now. Never mind his own goal, he's almost in the opposing half. Short pass to Aidan O'Shea. O'Shea looking for brother Conor. Conor gathers possession about 35 metres out, still going, trying to shrug off the challenge of Michael Fahy, and the referee says Fahy fouled O'Shea, and that's a good free for Breaffy to win. They need this one. They haven't scored since that David Neary goal on 35 minutes.
Yeah, and interesting interchange obviously there between Aidan just dropping out and getting that long kind of angled arrow diagonal ball into Conor, and he done well, stood the defender up and backed himself, and went to go by and earned his free well. But the super interception there previously, and that block by Castlebar, there was goal written all over that. As we said there previously, the lines of running of Breaffy are joy to watch at certain times. Balls being flashed around and back into dangerous areas, but Castlebar done so well to recover and scramble and close them out.
Aidan O'Shea off his left boot, kicks that one up and over the bar. That's his 4th point, and Breaffy are back in the lead.
They are by a point. Really good strike again. You'd have backed him. He hit it so sweet, and we've seen him do that all year. He's been in fine form for club and county.
Yeah, certainly is a crucial cog in this Breaffy wheel. He's their top scorer in championship, and they are ahead now by a point. Elsewhere, half-time in the Ladies County Final, Knockmore are leading Westport 2-6 to 3 points, and the latest in the junior semi-final, it's Lahardon 1-6, Eastern Gales 1-4. We'll give you more scores when we get them, as Castlebar Mitchels engineer themselves a free just marginally inside the Breaffy half.
Yeah, Bob Toohey again, they were just sort of managing the ball a little bit and overzealous by the Breaffy defender there, so it gives opportunity to Castlebar to build a phase. And I suppose that these junctures in the game now, it's just about building your phases and trying to work a really good shot and making sure you put the ball dead from it, so you can sort of push up and press on a kick out again, and that you don't turn it over and give it away.
The other junior semi-final is all square, 3 points apiece between Kilcommon and Shrewgan Corb in Westport. Here in Charlestown, it is Breaffy ahead by a point. That's a wonderful interception by Conor O'Shea, and away they come as we enter into the final 10 minutes. It's Breaffy ahead by a point. O'Shea sends it forward for Tunney to run onto. This could be an opportunity. Mitchell's trying to ride the troops to get them back. Calling for it over here is David Neary, the goal scorer. The ball just fumbles away from him. He gallops it back. Back it goes to Tunney. And now it's with Aidan O'Shea, who's brought down. Looks like it could be a high tackle potentially.
Yeah, it was a high tackle. The approach play really good again there, and I suppose it just came off the back of what I was saying about Castlebar building a phase and working a shot and getting the ball dead as opposed to giving it away. And they gave it away there, and Breaffy, you're smelling that quick transition then out into open space, because Castlebar have numbers committed forward, and is leaving you a lot of kind of 1v1 situations up front. So Aidan used all his experience, I'd say, to win that. He drew the defender a little bit high from the defender, and around the neck, and he went to ground. So it's well within his distance, just off centre. So he'll have to probably, Colm Flynn is actually going to hit this in Colm. As I noted earlier, a Ballymahan man, former Longford senior footballer. I actually would have known his father, Lord rest him, who passed away a number of years ago, Liam Flynn, who was a great Gael in Ballymahan, and served his time there. A great Gael, as I said. I've often met him through school games and would know his other son Barry quite well. So he'd be a proud man today. And a brilliant strike there from Colm. Yeah,
he certainly will. That was a fantastic score, a fantastic strike. Breaffy are ahead by 2 as 1-8 to 9. 52 on the clock. Oisin Tunney has just been withdrawn. He's put on another fine shift for Conrad Coggle's side here this afternoon. It's Castlebar now who need to respond. 8 minutes of normal time remaining. Here they come with Joe Toohey looking for support, but forced to play it back to his keeper, Rory Byrne. And Byrne now will steer it out in the direction towards Conor Stinson. Stinson. Short pass to Sean Morahan. Morahan just marginally inside his own half. Gives it short to Michael Fahy. Now it's with Paddy Heenahan. Paddy's sister Kate, of course, represented Mayo in the Rose of Tralee down in the Dome in August. Here's still Mitchels in possession, trailing by 2 points, 45 metres out from goal, as Ethan Gibbons looking to try and create something magical. Finds James Durkin, recycles it back out again. Castlebar have it, trying to see if Bob Toohey can launch this one and lands it. That's a marvellous score. It's back to a 1 point game, and that was actually Conor Stinson that launched that one. A wonderful score from Stinson.
Huge score. I was just going to say to you, he was introduced earlier, and he's got on a couple of possessions there, but he really backed himself there. That's a master stroke again there. He put everything he had in body and soul and mind into that, and managed to draw it in on the breeze. Castlebar haven't gone away.
They certainly haven't gone away. They proved it against Ballintubber when they were trailing by 4. They forced the game to extra time. These guys know how to win. They know how to dig out tough, teak games. But Breaffy have brought everything here to the table today. They're ahead by 1. We have 7 minutes of normal time remaining. It's Matty Ruan in possession for Breaffy. Short pass to Rory Martin. Mitchels tackling hard to try and win it back. Liam Devaney blows his whistle, has his hand up for advantage played, but Breaffy don't need it, and Breaffy continue with their goalkeeper now, Jack Livingston, just inside his own 45 metre line. Back it goes to Conor Melly. And really, Austin, we're in for a grandstand finish.
We are. Breaffy just need a release on this side now if they can get it. There it is. Yeah, to move the ball, because they were getting a little bit stuck in centre channel there again. But yeah, we're in for a grandstand finish. We said Castlebar, you know what they've done. They've showed in the past that they have the ability to stick into games and hold on there, and they won't panic.
James Minogue, who's come on in the last few moments for Oisin Tunney, playing that one down the flank. Now the linesman has raised his flag. He says it went out and came in again. So
yeah,
Minogue,
it looked
not
like
best
it did
pleased.
drift out over the line. All right, I think it was probably the right call.
Minogue, another big game player for Breaffy, has had his injury troubles this season. Is back in the fold now. And we'll look to try and make a big impact for these final 5-6 minutes or so, whenever it will be added on for additional time. Of course, a reminder that the game has to be settled, done and dusted today. If we don't have a winner after normal time, we will be going to extra time. That's how Mitchels got here, by beating Ballintubber in extra time. So they know the drill. Here they come. Stinson calling for it just inside his own 45 metre line. There was Bob Toohey. Instead, Donncha McHugh opts to go a different direction. And they're finding it difficult to break down Breaffy. You have almost all their players inside their own half.
Yeah,
now.
Breaffy have dropped everybody again, so it's nearly like a half-pitch press almost. They've all their numbers back, and they're just screening side to side, and this is what happens.
This is what happens. A careless pass, and James Minogue picks up the pieces, and Breaffy now are on the counter. It's opening up for them to the short pass to Aidan O'Shea. O'Shea is fouled by Paddy Durkin, and really he probably had no other option.
Yeah, look, it's symptomatic again of a turned over ball and a quick transition of break. And as I said before, you just leave yourself exposed in those 1v1s. And in fairness, Aidan O'Shea was bursting along to get up onto the end of that and took it. And yeah, I suppose it's a foul that you'd say was probably a valuable one from a Castlebar perspective, because had he gone by him, the whole thing would have just opened up in front of him. So yeah. It's back to Colin Flynn again. It's I would say within his range. He's quite a good boot on him. If he can draw this in, it would be a big signal.
This will bring it to 2 points again if he can land it. He got his first free since coming on the 52nd minute. Looking for his second. This one isn't going to make it. Doesn't have the distance. It drops short, and away come Castlebar Mitchels. It's a 1 point game here in Charlestown. It's Breaffy 1-8, Castlebar Mitchels 10 points. We have 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Castlebar in possession with Joe Toohey. Toohey off the shoulder running as Sean Moorhan going straight through the centre. This looks promising for Castlebar. To his right he has Paddy Heenan. Heenan going to have a pop off his right boot. It's gone to the right and wide. And that's a 9th wide now for Castlebar.
Yeah, great acceleration there from Sean Moore, and it kind of opened up in front of him, and he seen the bit of green grass, and he went for it. Obviously got it to Paddy there. Paddy would probably be better known, coming in off his left. Scored a great point 2 weekends ago against Ballintubber, but there opted obviously going the right, and he just didn't measure it. It just tailed again at the last second beyond the near post.
That looks like the frame of Aidan Walsh, and Aidan Walsh is on for Castlebar Mitchels, and he is replacing number 24 Mark Cunningham. Walsh made a big impact for Castlebar in that quarter-final win over Ballintubber, and also was pivotal to their B team as well and their big run in this year's intermediate championship. Castlebar win the free. Walsh takes it short, looking for Ulton O'Reilly. O'Reilly has it. It's back. It goes to Conor Stinson. Castlebar 45 metres out from goal, trailing Breaffy by a point. We have 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Paddy Durkin looking up to see the options that are available to him, and say he takes another couple of solos on the 45 metre line. He is now. Nice little ball into the corner. Castlebar trying to engineer a leveller. James Durkin trying to work his way through. Back it goes to Aidan Walsh, still with James Durkin. Back it goes now to Conor Stinson. Castlebar on the 45 metre line as it's steered now towards Paddy Heenan. just looking up and looking left and right. Instead, I'll go myself off his left boot. Paddy Heenan is hit off the post. It's come back. It's a Breaffy man that gets there. And Breaffy are able to survive that scare and come away with it.
Yeah, great shot from Paddy Heenan. You know, a lot of hard work gone in before that ball through the hands. Breaffy had drifted across and shut out, and Paddy managed to get it at the top of the arc the other side. And unlucky, hit the post. Like he set himself up for success. I said earlier he'd be more noted off his left, and he settled himself, and it was a beautiful strike, but it just tailed and hit the post, and Breaffy scooped it up and away.
That's a heavy challenge going in there. I think it's on Robbie Fadden, and the referee coming in to have a talk with his umpires to decide the course of action to take.
Yeah, it's really interesting out there at the moment, like in terms of, I suppose, the quality that Castlebar have brought in. So they are finishing strong with a very, very strong team on the pitch. Anything that they've brought in there certainly hasn't weakened it in any ways. When you look at
a black card.
A black card. Did he furnish?
It's
He did.
Walsh, yeah.
Wow, he's only in and he's gone. You see?
Yeah, just in.
Yeah, not
and
the impact
gone.
you want to make, but
certainly not.
No.
And this is a big moment. Castlebar are down to 14 men. We're almost at full time. Whatever will go up in additional time. And Breaffy leading by a point, 1-8 to 10. Elsewhere, I can tell you the latest from the relegation playoff final. It's Ballyhonus 1-5, the Neil 3 points, and the intermediate relegation playoff final is tied at 7 points apiece between Kilchma and Bunnyconnell into the second half in that one as well. But it's Breaffy here leading Castlebar Mitchels by a point. They're almost on the verge of returning to a county final, looking to try and win the Moclair Cup for the first time in their history. It's Kilchma are now 2 up in their game with Bunnyconnell, and that's the latest from the intermediate relegation playoff. But here, Breaffy looking to create history, looking to book their place into the county final and win the Moclair Cup, the first time in their history. And of course, this being their 70th anniversary, wouldn't it be fitting? We're now into injury time and play has resumed. It's with the keeper, Jack Livingston, who sprays it out to Conor Byrne. And along come Breaffy here on this side as plays it back again. That's a heart and mouth type ball, but
kind of
Conor Melly's able to deal with it.
He had Conor O'Shea coming, really hard to him there. But it looks like that they've got it out the other side. But again, it's tight stuff. They need to get runners off the shoulder and get this up the pitch. Here we go.
Here come Breaffy now, trying to do everything at speed and coming through the centre at pace. There's players to their left. One of them is Colin Flynn. Now it's with Darren Moran. This could be an insurance score for Moran! Off his left boot. It's up and over. Breaffy ahead by 2, and they're certainly now within touching distance.
Yeah, great score. Really well engineered. Slick hands there on that transition. Loads of space. Come to Colin Flynn. I just thought he was brilliant there the way he shipped that off. He'd scanned the pitch before he received the ball and just turned and flipped it off there, and the right decision and the right guy in the end within it. That was a beautiful score.
Here so they come again. Well Matthew Ruan looking to rubber stamp it. The keeper Rory Byrne has to handle it, and eventually Castlebar survived that one, because if that went over, it certainly would have been a tall order too much. But it's still here for Mitchels if they can navigate something. They're trailing by 2 points. They're on the attack.
Yeah, they need to move the ball quick before the numbers and the Breaffy cavalry arrive.
Yeah, the Breaffy cavalry are back, and they are trying to keep out Mitchels. It's Castlebar in possession, 35 metres out. They need a score. They're sending one in around the house, and that one is gone wide.
Yeah. He just
is a 10th wide for Castlebar, and they'll certainly rue a lot of those missed chances, particularly in the first half.
Yeah, like we said, they had 7 or 8 in the first half that they fluffed, and we said that they potentially will come back to haunt them, and they probably will at this stage. But again, you just cannot rule them out. So is there one last big play left in this?
We've played 3 minutes of additional time. There's going to be another pass to play, but again it's Matty Ruan who jumps highest and wins possession for Breaffy, and here they come. Takes that rather quickly, looking for Conor O'Shea. Now it's there with Matty Ruan. Just keep ball is what Breaffy's mantra will be for these final few moments as we approach the 4th minute of additional time. And bar something like that, a real catastrophic mistake, and Paddy Heenan has won it back, but his ball inside just not up to scratch. and Breaffy pick up the pieces, and away they come.
Yeah, Breaffy got out of jail there. Aidan, he hasn't put a foot wrong all evening. It was just there, he turned sort of blindsided and gave it off, and
that's it.
Paddy Heenan managed to scoop it up and get it across, but Breaffy had 3 or 4 in the backfield kind of covering, so it came to nothing, and they look like they've engineered a free here, and they'll probably wind the clock down a little bit here. This ball probably won't go forward. I'd say it'll go back or lateral, and they'll just manage to nurse the possession a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to make
the sting out of it.
Another substitution as well. I see Conor O'Shea is making way, and Breaffy will try to steer this one home.
Yeah, looking like he is going to go forward with it. Yeah, brave move. Aidan needs to secure this.
Yeah, Aidan O'Shea needs to get onto this one. He's been tracked there by Donegal McHugh. The ball has gone out for a sideline, and it'll be a sideline ball for Castlebar Mitchels. They have one chance. They need a goal at this stage to try and salvage it.
Oh.
And a bit of afters between Aidan O'Shea and Donegal McHugh.
Yeah, I thought Breaffy were just going to go back with that one and just hold on to it and nurse it, but they went down the line to Aidan, and I think he's just literally gassed. He's given so much there that he was just literally fatigued. He couldn't manage to scoop it up and gather it, and this is leads into a grandstand finish here. Can Castlebar find an opening to get in to get that goal?
Well, they've done it before. Here they're coming. Paddy Durkin landing and launching it. Here he's going. Inspirational stuff from Durkin. He's still ploughing through. Durkin across the face of goal. Oh, and Breaffy man gets the hand to it. It's gone out wide. That almost had the hallmarks of a Paddy Durkin extraordinaire. It's gone out for a 45.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, my word.
Oh, that's incredible. What a lung bursting run by Paddy Durkin. I actually thought he was going to take it on himself, but he was unselfishly put it across the goal, and
here they come, let it in, they're told. James Durkin, he blasts that one wide, and surely that is it. It is, it's all over. Breaffy are through to the county final for 2023. They were given very little hope this season, particularly against Westport last time out. They shocked the county, and today they were the outsiders. And again, Conrad Coggle's men march on. You see Aidan O'Shea and Oisin Tunney there congratulating each other. They've worked tirelessly hard, and Breaffy are into the county final on a 1-9 to 10-point scoreline. Austin O'Malley, you have to hand it to Conrad Coggle and his team. They have engineered and masterminded a super performance.
Yeah, you have to give them credit, and it's not a flash in the pan when you look at what they've done against Westport, dethroning the county champions 2 weekends ago with a very kind of similar performance. Very, very, very assured in all aspects of their play. Solid kick-out this evening. A foundation, I suppose, the platform that's given them the foundation for the win is that really tough defence that they have, getting their numbers back, and they really shut Castlebar out there in the first half, and which resulted into Castlebar just taking pot shots, and then which I think Breaffy, obviously looking at this game and the game prior to this, their forward play and their industry and their creativity up front was superior to Castlebar's this evening, and none more so, I suppose, than Aidan O'Shea, giving them that fulcrum again. I said at the outset he was probably imperious against Castlebar. This evening again, I just thought he was really, really good and gave them that focal point up front. Now he's ably assisted, obviously, with the cast that he's around him as well. But early doors with his frees and with his points from play, settle them. And again, his ability to win ball there, and even his ability to transition ball when he came out from deep there. This is a super performance by Breaffy. Overall, they were the better team this evening, I think. And when you look at maybe the key pillars of your game in terms of your kick out, in terms of your defensive setup, your transition, and then your unit play up front, they tick the boxes on all those fronts. So Castlebar will be disappointed. I think Castlebar, that first half performance, they'll rue it in terms of the wastefulness in terms of their chances, and they looked a little bit leggy and didn't move the ball quick enough to hurt Breaffy. And Breaffy were smart, they had their homework done, they got their numbers back. So on the balance of power, it's brilliant. Obviously you said there, Breaffy and their 70th year anniversary coming up, and they're back in the county final again. They've lost 4 previous, I think, if that's right. So who knows, this could be the year, but I'm sure whoever comes out tomorrow will have something to say about that also.
They certainly will. On Breaffy, I mean, they are incredible. When you think about it at the start, very few people gave them a chance. They were talking about the top 3, the top 4. Breaffy were nowhere near that in many people's estimations. I saw them myself with Colin Boyle for Ballina and Breaffy in the group stages that day, the opening round. And really, I found it difficult to see them getting this far, because that day they just didn't perform. But my word, they have constantly improved game on game. game. And the trademark to their game, you'd have to say, Austin, is their defence. They are teak solid back there.
They really are. And often, as a championship grows, sometimes a team will grow with the championship. And who knows that Conor Coggle and the guys, maybe they were holding a little bit back, and maybe they have learned from game to game, which good coaches will do. And they'll add little small subtle layers to their game as they progress. It's really evident in terms of their defensive structure, what they're doing there. They're getting their 10s and 12s back in, and number 10 and 12 back in, pinning sort of either side of the D. They're doing that quite quick, and it just clogs that area up. Now, there's nothing hugely new about it, but it's just the efficiency that they're doing it, and they're really solid. And I suppose the other side of that then is you can get numbers back and all that, but they're actually quite disciplined in their tackling, and they're quite disciplined in the way that they get what we would say double ups and triple ups and guys and that as well. And then their transition is quite good as well. And when you have someone like Aidan O'Shea up top, that gives you what I suppose a new coach in terms would be that it stretches the pitch and it keeps 1 to 2, if not 3 defenders honest up top as well, because he's the type of guy that's going to take an awful lot of attention. And Castlebar went with Joe Toohey as a +1 early doors there, which meant it gave a number over to Breaffy in the transition as well. So they've built steady. And they're a team, as I said, they're growing into the championship. There's probably another layer in these guys, and so on. But they were markedly better than Castlebar this evening.
Finally, can I press you for a man of the match, Austin?
Yeah, look, there's a number of notable contenders. I think on the Breaffy side there was a lot of guys that put in big shifts. Even when you look at, I suppose, the industry of Matty Ruane and Conor O'Shea out around the middle there. Michael Hall, very very solid as well, I thought at stages. But for me, I think on the balance of it, looking at it, and I've alluded or mentioned his name to him already, but I think Aidan O'Shea on the balance of the 60 minutes that went down there, in terms of his contribution, in terms of his possessions, what he gave us on the scoreboard from open play and freeze, and just his management of possession right throughout. I thought he was really 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 good. He's backed up his performance against Westport, which was a really really quality performance as well. So for me, he's the man of the match. He was the standout player there this evening, but he's a good support cast. And all of that Breaffy team, they're all working really, really hard. You can see that they have a methodology and a framework, and they're sticking to it, and they're churning out results now.
They certainly are. Breaffy march on. They have defeated Castlebar Mitchels on a scoreline of 1-9 to 10. They're through to the final. Who will join them? We'll find out tomorrow. Will it be Belnas Stephenites or will it be Knockmore? Time will tell. Join us tomorrow for full commentary on Mayo GA TV and on Midwest Radio. I'll be joined by Colin Boyle for that one. But for the moment, have a good evening. Breaffy march on. They've defeated Castlebar 1-9 to 10. Tommy O'Reilly. O'Reilly has options to his left. It's Rory Martin. Martin shoots off his right boot, gets the height. Has he the accuracy? He does.
Certainly dropping two to protect the D. Plus they have a third in Joe Toohey filling in front of Aidan O'Shea. So that'll give
a kick out there from Livingston straight into the aforementioned Cunningham. Short pass to Gavin Durkin. Surely this is the opening score for Castle. 45 metres out, going one of those trademark runs off his right boot. Durkin shoots and Durkin raises a white flag, and we're 17. Still doing it at the top level. Looking for his second of the day off his left boot. That is up and over the centre. Could be an opportunity here for Breaffy. We cycle back to O'Shea on the verge of the D. Off his left boot. Oh, that's glorious stuff from him. And that's great. Well, it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, it hit the back of the net.
It did, yeah. It hit the back of the net from Paddy Heenan. Needs support. Gets in the shape of Matty Ruane. Short hand pass to Oisín Tunney. Tunney off his left boot. Breaffy ahead by 2 again. Stretch out their lead to 3. Looks to connect very well. That he does.
Super kick. Super kick.
For Ethan Gibbons to run on to Gibbons. His first touch of the halves has been introduced off his right boot. Oh, that is gorgeous from Ethan Gibbons. Going at Castlebar, looking for Aidan O'Shea inside. Aidan has it. Been tracked everywhere he goes by Donnacha McHugh. Also coming in to assist is Donnie Newcomb. Gets support coming to Rick. A steam train. Could be a goal chance opportunity. It is. It's found its way to the back of the net. Marcus response down at the other end. It's Gibbons off his left boot. It's marginally close. The umpire likes it. Raises flag for Michael Fahey, and there could be an opportunity here, and that one is gone up and over the bar.
And get cuts off and beyond the ball is really the medicine that's needed.
This is more like it from Castlebar. Durkin and Toohey teaming up and for a nice ball inside. Now it's with Donnie Newcomb. Newcomb off his right boot. That one is gone up and over the bar. All of this Donnie Newcomb, and Newcomb Raise it across towards Duncan McHugh, who's going to have a slicer. Oh my word! What a score!
Close them out.
Aidan O'Shea off his left boot, kicks that one up and over the bar. That's his fourth.
And served his time there. A great Gael, as I said. I've often met him through school games and would know his other son, Barry.
Castlebar have it, trying to see if Bob Toohey can launch this one and lands it. That's a marvellous score. Everything at speed and coming through the centre at pace. There's players to their left. One of them is Colin Flynn. Now it's with Darren Moran. This could be an insurance score for Moran! Off his left boot, it's up and over.
Put it across the goal and
here they come,
yeah.
Let it in, they're told. James Durkin, he blasts that one wide, and surely that is it. It is, it's all over. Breaffy are through to the county final for 2023. They were given very little hope this season, particularly against Westport last time out. They shocked the county, and today they were the outsiders. And again, Conrad Coggle's men march on. You see Aidan O'Shea and Oisin Tunney there congratulating each other. They've worked tirelessly hard, and Breaffy are into the county final on a 1-9 to 10 point scoreline.